BPod Studios.
BackstageCountry.com, your online home for all things country music. Award-winning movies often have incredible soundtracks, and many of those have gone on to become country gold. We've picked our top 5 country songs that have been nominated for an Oscar. Text Oscar to 45911 to see if your favorite made the list on BackstageCountry.com. Text Oscar to 45911 and we'll send the link straight to your phone.
Tub. Ta-da! We're back with Toucher and Hardy on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
You know, I got an idea for a bit. The email bit. We should do the email bit. It's a great idea. Let's do the email bit.
All right, we're Toucher and Hardy. You can email John at JON@985thesportshub.com. He didn't know that until yesterday. He had been giving out this long, convoluted email address, so I hope that you opened up a sea of hell yesterday, but I got this from a guy named Mike. It was sent to both of us, so you got it too. Wall game is the only reason I listen. Live, but he meant love, but he obviously can't spell because he likes you. He's dumb. 11, he does the Celtics games, and he's at his best when he's teaching Fred about sports and how to make a cohesive point on the radio. Ken Griffey rules for life. Mm-hmm. All right?
Yep.
So along the lines of making a cohesive point, this is from JJ. He says, emo bits only work if you don't sound like a dyslexic effing moron while reading things live. No. I don't think that's fair to people with dyslexia, but I do have my challenges. I'm not dyslexic, but there are many, many. You know who is dyslexic? Fonzie. Because, again, my favorite Dr. Z story from Sports Illustrated was he saw that Mike Mantuzak, John Mantuzak, who you'll remember from movies and stuff, he was on the Raiders before the Super Bowl. What? The night before the Super Bowl in New Orleans. And Mantuzak was out at like 2 a.m, just annihilated. Raiders win the Super Bowl. Man, Dr. Z sees that Mike, what's his name? John Mantuzak in the locker room afterwards, and he goes like, John, congratulations. And Dr. Z goes to him, hey, congratulations. And John Mantuzak goes, what? Oh, when did you get into town? I told the story horribly. Anyway, he was blacked out drunk the night before the Super Bowl. Yeah.
What was that?
What the
Not good.
In your defense, you weren't reading an email, though. You were just telling a story.
No, I messed up reading the emails, too. Our friend Bob, who's a friend of the show, I was chilling out with some edibles Saturday afternoon and listened to the third hour of Friday's show. It was when you made fun of Michael Felger for his support of the Grateful Dead playing the new Vegas Sphere. I think the Dead have a couple of good albums like American Beauty and In the Dark, but I digress. Well, you're the one person who has both. It hit me like a ton of bricks that if anyone at the station should do an off-air show, it would be Freddie T. It would be fun to hear you swear once in a while. Oh, believe me, it would. I wouldn't hold back. Mm-hmm. And talk for more than 15 minutes about a topic. Do it up, Fred. If sales would like to concoct something where off the air you give me money to talk and swear, I can do that.
Yeah.
You know? F yeah. But I would say the F word. All right, what do you guys got?
Along the same lines of, you mentioned a couple of Grateful Dead albums in there, Fred. This comes from Larry. Grateful Dead breaks record for most top 40 albums on Billboard 200.
This is streaming?
Dave's Picks, Volume 49. That's the name of the album.
Oh, good.
Debuts at number 25, making the 59th top 40 album for the group, which surpasses Elvis Presley and Frank Sinatra for the most top 40 albums. The Grateful Dead.
Are these physical albums? Like they just happen to be selling physical albums to people who are unaware of streaming? Like, there's no way the Grateful Dead, out of all the music being played right now, have one of the things that the most people are listening to. Look at them trying to do disco. Like, just everything they attempt sucks. Why? It's just acid. It's because people wanted to take acid. Just take acid and sit in a chair. Why do you have to go to a show? I never have heard this before you started playing it on the show.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like garbage disco music.
You gotta let it wash over you, man. It's like a warm bath.
Got a cool eye.
She had dark eyes. I'm talking about dark eyes. I'm fat and a horrible person, but you still like me. All right, John. I gave your email. JON left the H at the door. JON at 985thesportshub.com.
Get the H out of here.
Yeah, that's right. H-E double hockey sticks. And you said that you didn't know until yesterday, until a listener during this very segment gave you your email. What's going on?
Hey, John. Hey, this is from Williams. I don't appreciate the giant dump you took on my windshield this weekend. It was shockingly large, and I could barely see the road. Please be more mindful when dropping your bird turds while you soar above us all. FYI, cooked rice is okay to eat, but uncooked rice will make you explode.
Yeah, I knew that.
And I got this one
So
from...
throw only cooked rice at John.
Right.
He hates it. He does not like the idea of throwing things at him. And I'm telling you, just fling crap at him. Fling crap.
How do you feel about the kids aiming their wrist rockets up at you? And,
that's no fun.
No.
That's no fun at all.
You see on the account, he looks like an eagle.
Mortal danger. That's not good.
Well.
This one from my secret admirer. My dearest Waldick, you need to stand up to those buffoons you sit next to each day. If it weren't for your sexy four eyes, non-gap toothy mouth and your one hearing ear, this show would be in the toilet. Be the eagle predator, grow a pair, and be the sweet bitch that you are. You aren't speaking up nearly enough. I want to hear that nerdy voice of yours. Right. Oh, and this one's my favorite. This one from Jonathan. He said, Fred said to email you. That was the end of it.
Yeah, that's how my minions work.
That's right.
That's how Fred's followers roll. They do my bidding.
5 words. Fred said to email.
Welcome to hell, John.
Kiss this right here, you sweet bitch.
I got now all these dudes on Twitter are going to be giving you the what for. Have at it.
Here's one from Mike. Hey, fellas. Love how the show is getting into a groove. The interview with Ty was great today. Hoping for a bit more time for the Bruins, given the NFL is pretty much wrapped up. Not yet. It's not 5 days until the biggest frickin' day of your life. If you guys have the time, I'd love to hear Connor Ryan on. He's always a good read. Keep being great. That's from Mike. Yeah, Ty was good yesterday.
I mean, I don't know if he's worth emailing about.
Yeah, well, I don't know. He hit a groove when Ty Anderson was in, but I thought he was good. I think Ty's always good on the air.
Yeah.
All right.
He's fine.
You any more, Freddie, or are we done?
Yeah, I got one. It's called Nick the Genius. It's from Stefan. Said, I'm just assuming this is his fault. Your show is now known as Zolak and Bertrand on podcast platforms, and it's a screenshot of it says Zolak and Bertrand, poor things, what happened last night. Marcus Smart returns to TE Garden. Fred went to an artsy-fartsy movie this past weekend and that starred naked Emma Stone and Mark Ruffalo. Was a butt comparable to Nick Gemelli. Nick wrote this, and it's under the Zolak and Bertrand heading. So that cost us money. Because when you listen to the podcast within 24 hours, we get credit.
But
Nicholas!
Not if
Nicholas!
listed under Zolak and Bertrand.
Nicholas!
He said he's looking for it now.
Nicholas!
Stop yelling at him because he can't concentrate.
Nicholas, please, Nicholas. It's not like the phone's ringing and you got to answer that thing. Nicholas! Nicholas, Nick, why did you mess up? Nicholas! Nicholas!
What?
Nicholas!
What?
Nicholas, listen to me. Nicholas.
Yes.
Nicholas. I know that you almost died, and that I know the degeneration of your soul when you found out that you were covered in your own feces had to be ravaging to you. But why, Nicholas? Why the mistake?
What was the mistake again? I'm sorry. I was listening to.
Oh, you weren't listening to the show?
I was listening.
All right, you win the argument.
Okay.
You just won because you made me feel about an inch tall. Go away.
All right.
Get off the microphone. Oh, my God.
I apologize for that. I'm sorry.
He wasn't even listening to the show. It's so boring that you can't even pay someone to listen to it. Nicholas!
No. I hate this. I hate everyone. I hate everybody here. I hate you. I hate Fred.
Well, that's obvious.
Yeah.
He can't even listen to the show, or he thinks it's Zolak and Bertrand. Mike McCarthy.
Matt.
Yeah.
Matt McCarthy.
Matt McCarthy.
Yeah,
right?
more like Mike McSick of this baloney.
Like Mike Matuzak.
More like whatever. All right. What's going on? What's happening in the
big
stack?
Ratings for the Grammys and a big night for.
Look at the lady. There's a janitor behind the table there.
That's right. One Grammy winner, though, had a bigger night than most after he had a separate trip to the Huskow after the award show. And
with a name like that, I'm surprised he's not in for 10 felonies.
And artistic Ben Affleck, which is redundant. I mean, the man is an artist to begin with, but even when it comes to a Dunkin' commercial, oh, you betcha. All of that in the stack.
Oh, you betcha. All right.
Which, by the way, I started watching the last season of Fargo. Did I tell you this at Adam 12 suggestion? I've tapped out. I can't do it anymore.
Well, in fairness, Adam 12 got it through his church, gave him their password for whatever it's on. Just like how he eats their spaghetti. There's a spaghetti supper, he'll say.
Oh, he's out there right now.
Yeah. Yeah, he looks like he's a guy who would eat a spaghetti supper at the church. And by the way, nice church. They don't even put meat in it. It's just pasta noodles and sauce. That's not anything to write home
Well, it's
about.
Fridays. You're not supposed to.
Well, Friday you might have a nice fish in the microwave. All right, that wraps up the show. Let's leave now. I wrapped it up in a tight little bow. All right, here are the headlines.
BackstageCountry.com, your online home for all things country music. Wondering who made our list of the top 5 all-time queens of country music? Did Carrie Underwood make the cut? Find out now when you text Queens to 45911 and scroll through the list on BackstageCountry.com. Text Queens to 45911 to see the talented artists who rounded out our top 5 list.
It's the all-new way for you to wake up. Toucher and Hardy on 98.5 The Sports Hub. We know what you're thinking. What could I possibly have missed from the show? It's time for The Stack on Toucher and Hardy.
Yeah, it is. This hour, Toucher and Hardy, brought to you by FanDuel Sportsbook. Make every moment more with FanDuel. The Stack is brought to you by Best Ford in Nashua. Looking for great deals on a new Ford? Go to the Best First. That's Best Ford in Nashua. For more info, head to bestfordofnashua.com. Apparently, out in Vegas, Dennis, the producer or the engineer, is out there where the shows are broadcasting in that big conference center. And when I was yelling Nicholas, it was catching the attention of all the morning shows. And I guess Boomer and Gio in Vegas?
I believe they are, yes.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Well, that's why I won't blow it for tomorrow, but that's why they're getting the terrible guests. I mean, what guest? Did they really thought that the guy was going to show up?
Ooh, apparently.
Well, coming up on tomorrow's show. But today we're going to talk about what happened with the Grammys, bringing in nearly 17 million viewers, up 34% from last year. And, of course, the talk of the night was the fact that for some reason it was the talk of the night. Tracy Chapman got on stage to do her own song.
Can I ask in all sincerity why, without a hint of irony, why did they ask Tracy Chapman, of all times, to do a song? Is it because the country guy had a hit with Fast Car?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why she performed with him.
And they got
Luke
up there and
Combs.
sang it together. No harmonies. They just traded back and forth on the melody and then sang in unison on the melody a few times. And
is she from here?
I believe that's true, yes.
Oh, she went to Tufts. Okay.
Yeah. But her song...
Big music scene out of Tufts.
The original...
That's where Eazy-E's from.
She's originally from Cleveland. I share her birthday. with Tracy Chapman.
I'm being told she used to busk in Harvard Square, so she could have, if it was 20 years later, she would have annoyed me.
Probably.
Because I could have been in Harvard Square being annoyed by her for performance.
Graduated from the Worcester School in Connecticut and then attended Tufts, majoring in anthropology. Good racket in that. That was anthropology majors.
I mean, what is she selling tights or something?
I don't
On fire.
I stole Chip Chipperson from Jim.
Okay, so that was the Grammys' big success, and not so much for Killer Mike, arrested by police following an altercation at the Grammy Awards after he won 3 trophies. Now his real name is Michael Render. It's not Killer Mike.
Oh.
That's not his real name.
So he's one of these guys who doesn't want anyone to think he's Jewish.
Right. Won Grammys for Best Rap Performance,
Yeah.
Rap Song,
Yeah, like Paul Stanley's really Stanley Epstein.
and Rap Spoken Word. No, Best Rap Album. So apparently in a video posted by The Hollywood Reporter, he was being escorted in handcuffs by the police at the Crypto.com arena after he was done celebrating and has 3 trophies, and then they whisked him away.
And then they booked him on misdemeanor charges, which seems like a long way to go to take a guy out of the arena for and cuff him and take him out for misdemeanor charges.
Let me ask you this. I always thought that Missy Misdemeanor Elliott's name was kind of weak. I mean, I understand that it's a play on misdemeanor and you're Missy, but if you're going to be in that genre, as Alex Trebek used to say, wouldn't you want to call yourself something cooler than a misdemeanor?
Like, yeah, felony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just don't go with misdemeanor. Okay, it's there for you because
Moving
your name
Violation,
is really...
which is also a great movie.
You'd be better off with Missy Mystic Court Appearance, Elliot, than misdemeanor.
Well, then everyone would be on your tail.
Like your nickname could be Felony Rob or something like that.
Something.
Well, you wouldn't have the alliteration, John.
I know.
Way to strike out again.
All right, Ben Affleck is doing another Dunkin' commercial. I don't know how
He did one before?
Yeah, he's done a couple
I
of them.
didn't know that.
I don't know how this is going to play audio-wise, but I want to play it nonetheless.
Okay.
Have you seen the video?
I'm on top of everything's Dunkin'. I've not seen it.
I love it. And Duncan has done some great creative. You probably goofed on it and didn't like it, Fred. I thought the Rob Gronkowski, David Ortiz, straw in the cup thing was not only a good idea, but well executed. I thought it was fun.
I never saw it, but I'm a P1 Duncan guy. Usually it's when I talk about it that I'm more, everyone else, more inclined to buy it.
Yeah.
All right, so let's hear.
All right, here it is.
These are the beats right here.
CD?
Big time music expert. You don't know where music comes from? Big band.
Don't hurt 'em, baby.
Does music have to rhyme? Yo, I got this or too subtle. Maybe you can just show me how it looks like.
When is Ben Affleck going to talk in this commercial?
So this is Ben Affleck talking. He's producing a rap song album.
Right, but when does he speak?
He's been speaking this whole time.
Can you identify which one is Ben Affleck?
Sure. It's right here. Listen.
These are the beats, right?
Okay, so he's playing the character Ben Affleck.
Right.
Yeah.
CD?
Now, is that because Dunkin' Donuts is a Boston-based company?
Might have something to do with it.
Ah, I see.
Yo, I got this or too subtle. Maybe you can just show me how it looks like.
Yeah, I can do that.
Who is TikTok?
They tell you you're no good. You're a goofy, middle-aged, clumsy white guy with no rhythm and you can't sing on key. You're not coordinated. That means I can't be a pop star?
That's Ben Affleck?
Yeah.
How come I've met one guy that talks like that? And I've been here since 2006. I've lived in this city.
Billy Lanny?
This town. And Billy Lanny is the only guy that I've ever met that really talks like that.
Yeah.
I'm surrounded every day by people that never set foot outside of New England. And yet I never met anyone. But every celebrity out of here is all of a sudden speaks with this.
You want to know because you're tucked away in your cushy little Newton.
I can assure you that
hovel.
out of the kids that my son and daughter have played sports with, I would venture to guess that about 2 of the parents are not from Massachusetts. That Massachusetts is not exactly. You saw the problem with the schools is that no one young moves here anymore. So I got news for you. Everyone that's here is from here, and they will stay here. People are not choosing to move to Massachusetts.
You did.
It was my job. There's like 5 radio jobs in the world, and I took the one that was here. I was excited to come to Boston because I thought everyone was going to talk like that. And I didn't know that my Irish heritage just was of such collateral, of such value.
Underestimate Boston. Mm-hmm. At your peril. This is me now.
And again, where are all these tough people?
You're hanging in the wrong places.
Obviously. Man. I lived in Brighton for quite some time.
Brighton, please.
Before they jazzed it up.
You should have hung with me in Rossi for 13 years.
I will put the bar Hogan's Run up against any dive bar that anyone could throw at me. I will put my experiences at Hogan's Run that it used to exist on Market Street in Brighton against anyone's dive bar experience.
But the fact there was one, and then there was a bunch of other nice places. You got to go in an area.
I would bet you
bar
could,
after bar after bar.
I bet you, if you stumbled into the Irish Village at 11 a.m., you would not be alone. I would imagine that there would be quite a few people at that bar at 11 a.m., and that's how I'll judge a dive bar is weekday day drinking. And Market Street in Brighton at the time could challenge any street in America for day drinking. Now, there's many reasons for that, including that there were people that worked the night shift that had retired and were staying on that schedule for some unknown reason. But their night was our morning.
Yeah.
And that I will say. But still, no one talked like that. Even the people who asked me, would I 10 bar because they wanted to buy crank, did not talk like that.
You come over to my house, I'll introduce
Allegedly.
I'll introduce you to one of my neighbors, and when she says the words horse, shorts, or fork, you will...
Fuck?
Yeah.
Haas?
I can't even do it. You're about there. It's even more so, and she doesn't try to. She sounds kind of normal, except for those 3 words.
Well, I told you my mom had to go to
jarring.
school. My mom got out of St. Lawrence College, and she's from Long Island, and like the pits of Long Island, like a real dump. Real dump. And real poor. Her sister had a kid at like 15. It's a whole joker family. But she had to go to school after she got out of college because no one would hire her because she talked like such an idiot. But she had to get it fixed. She had to go get it fixed. She had to go to school to talk correctly. But, I mean, she did, and now you would never know she was from Long Island magically. You can train yourself not to talk like that. Yeah. It's not hard. Well, I can say with British accent, hey, woo, woo.
Don't do that.
Wasn't that fun?
No.
All right, we'll be back with our famous crossover. The boys are in Vegas. We'll be right back.
BackstageCountry.com, your online home for all things country music. Country music has so many generous artists who always seem to jump in to help those in need. We're spotlighting 5 who lead by example and lend a helping hand to charitable causes. See who made our list when you text GIVE to 45911. Text GIVE to 45911 and read all about it right now on BackstageCountry.com.
One has no idea he's awake.
And it's not much of a surprise.
The other is just realizing what it takes to get up at 4:30.
Do I need to be here?
It's Toucher and Hardy.
Shows you how together this whole operation is.
On 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Woo! WKRP in Cincinnati, the end of it. If you guys haven't seen WKRP in Cincinnati, not a very watchable show in this day and age. But it does illustrate AM radio in the 70s in Cincinnati, which is a little time capsule, if you ask me. All right, so it's time for Hardy to talk to his old friends and everyone to remember the good times. It is Zolak and Bertrand. They are out in Las Vegas, Nevada. Hi, boys.
Good morning, Fred. How are you?
Hi. How you guys? You guys doing? You all torn up from last night? Did you go out last night in Vegas, party?
Yeah, I went nuts.
What'd you do? What'd you do?
Why do I sound terrible? Nothing really.
What do you mean?
Turn
nothing?
me up, Dennis.
Did you go,
we didn't do much last night. I went to opening night at the stadium, and then that was it. That was my night.
That was it?
I lost $50 at this dollar slots.
Well,
you did that?
What game? What were you playing?
Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, yeah. Trying to
spin the wheel, baby.
Trying to spin I do love spinning the big wheel. I can't blame you on that one.
I get so excited when that wheel starts spinning. Fred, outstanding teardown of Wallach yesterday.
Thank you.
With the emails. John, just 2 times an hour, baby. Bottom of the hour, top of the hour. And that's all he cared. Water off a duck.
Hardy's right. Just not a care in the world.
It's just that John
Just show up, punch a card, and punch it out.
Yeah, John
like
is
employee of the month.
He has this resilience and this. He seems to be completely oblivious to the amount of like venom gear directed towards us. And then John just lives like above it all, and I'm jealous of him. And then when I find out that he doesn't even know how to get to his email, it really infuriated me. It did.
Wow.
Hey,
Fred, I'd like to congratulate you on your top 5 finish in Barrett today.
Oh my God.
See, you do enough interviews
What a year.
with them, they don't drop you. They drop from 1 to 4, but I'm still in the top 5.
Fred, given the year?
Fred, consider the year.
Fred, hold on. Consider the year, man.
Rich hates you.
I'm not even joking.
That would have been every year.
Dude, you weren't there for like 4 months. I mean, Fred, it's a miracle. Top 5 finish.
It's not a miracle. It's a testament to how good you are.
It is.
You do enough interviews with them, and they're loyal. I am only 1 slot behind Mully and Hogg from an AM station in Chicago.
Oh, it's great. From WKRP.
Exactly. All right, gentlemen, enjoy yourselves. So who do you have on today?
Michelle Beadle today, Sean Merriman today, Mike Sando is on with us today, and Ross Tucker as well.
All right, so people are coming out to Vegas. Good.
Nice.
I've had Tuesdays in Vegas where no one came on.
Dude, it was the busiest Monday for Radio Row we've ever had. I mean, there were a lot of people for Monday.
It sounds good. It sounds like you guys are having a good time. All right, everyone listen to Zolak and Bertrand. That'll do it for us. Everyone have a great day. Bye.